Hello, my name is Charles Webster Baer, and I'm here in Terrebonne, Oregon, USA, on December 9, 2024, and I'm running for President of the United States of America in 2028 and 2032 as a libertarian, which means I'm for less government. So please vote for me. Thank you very much. Now, I'm a libertarian, which means I'm for less government. And what that means is that I think that the United States government is too large and it should decrease in size and get smaller. And the way to do that is to make it a law that as long as America is in debt, the size of the American government must be reduced every year. So what that means is that as long as America is in debt, it's illegal to pass a fiscal federal budget, annual budget, that is larger than the previous one. And if lawmakers fail to pass a budget on time that is less than the previous budget, then they're breaking the law and they will be fired from their jobs and replaced. This will ensure that the American government will continue to decrease in size until we're out of debt. And so that's why I think that you should vote for me for President of the USA, because I'm fiscally responsible. And it's important to be fiscally responsible if you're the US government. Now, there's a lot of other reasons that I think you should vote for me, Charles Webster Baer, for President of the United States of America in 2028 and 2032. And I'll talk about those here shortly. And I'll talk about myself and who I am. I'm 55 years old. I've got no kids, never been married, and I'm a Buddhist, which means that I think that if the universe does not exist, then you are the soul. And I was born and raised in Santa Cruz, California, and I went to high school in Newport, Rhode Island, and I graduated from the college from the University of Hawaii at Hilo on the Big Island in 1994. And then in 1999, I moved to Portland, Oregon. And in the year 2000, I created global internet government, and we'll talk about that shortly. And then in 2007, I moved to Bend, Oregon, and then in 2014, I moved to China for 3 years. And then in 2019, I moved to Redmond, Oregon, and I'm still in Redmond, Oregon. And I might have some political campaigns going on in 2026 in Central Oregon. But that's who I am. And I'm also a depopulationist. And depopulationism means that it's illegal for a human being to reproduce a second time for the first few centuries of this millennium. And I've been a depopulationist since 1985. So I've been a depopulationist for about 40 years. And the Chinese created depopulationism in 1979, and they called it the one-child policy. So depopulationism has always been my number one priority, and depopulationism will always be my number one priority. So if I am elected President of the United States of America, then depopulationism will be my number one priority. Because I'm a depopulationist. And I've been a depopulationist for 40 years. That's kind of what I do. And if you don't know what depopulationism is, I'll tell you what the definition of depopulationism is. Again, the definition of depopulationism is that it's illegal for a human being to reproduce a second time for the first few centuries of this millennium. So, the law is don't kill Earth. That's the law. And humans are breaking the law by killing the planet. So we need to obey the law and not kill the planet. And that's called depopulationism. Now, governments that don't enforce the law are illegitimate governments. And since 1979, the only legitimate government was China, because it was the only government that enforced the law, which the law is don't kill Earth, which is also called depopulationism, or the one-child policy. And in the year 2000, I created global internet government because I felt that everybody on the planet should have a legitimate government. And then in 2016, China stopped being a depopulationist government. So for the last 8 or 9 years, the only legitimate government on the planet has been global internet government, GIG. And so you enforce the law by fining people who break the law. And the guys will receive 3 times the fine that the females receive. And the fines will be monetary, like $1,000 or $2,000, whatever. And then maybe some community service or whatever. The fines will increase over time and get larger. And eventually probably include jail time. So that's depopulationism. And the whole planet needs to become depopulationist. And the whole planet will become depopulationist. That's why I created GIG, Global Internet Government, to help facilitate that. The question is, will we do it in time or will we do it too late? If we do it in time, then we'll save the planet, and if we do it too late, then we won't save the planet. And the idea is to save the planet. And that's why, and that's one of the many reasons why I think you should vote for me, Charles Webster Baer, for President of the United States of America in 2028 and 2032, and maybe even 2036. Because there's a small chance that I won't win the 2028 presidential election in America. Yeah. So I created global internet government in the year 2000, GIG, so that everybody on the planet could have a legitimate government. And GIG believes in freedom and democracy and freedom of speech online and offline, freedom of the press. All that stuff. GIG supports the current world government, which is the United Nations and the International Monetary Fund. GIG loves the UN and the IMF and wants to help out and help them do their jobs better and quicker. And GIG provides a platform for all human beings to participate in and contribute to the world government and to vote and make their voice heard. GIG's the future of the world media. And so that's global internet government. And guess what? GIG's got its own crypto. So I created a crypto. I created a crypto in 2019 called FOG, PHOGGGG, and G, and it's the only 100% transparent crypto on the planet, which means it's the cleanest crypto on the planet, which means it's the best crypto on the planet. Every unit of FOG is 100% transparent, which means everybody on the planet Earth can trace every unit of currency of FOG immediately and know where every unit of currency is and where it is and where it came from, the entire history of that unit of currency. So FOG is 100% transparent, and it's the cleanest money there is. Everybody everywhere always knows exactly where every unit of currency is and the entire history of that unit of currency. So there can't be any corruption or tax evasion or shenanigans because it's totally clean, totally transparent, which makes it the best crypto and the best currency and the best money. And FOG will eventually take over all currency on the planet because it's the best, because it's the cleanest. It's also fair. It's got a roof and a floor. The roof is $1 trillion American dollars. Can't have more than that because then you have too much money. And the floor is enough money to buy food and water, because if you don't have enough money to do that, then you die, and that's not a good thing. And so it's fair. It's got a ceiling, which is always going to come down quick, and a floor, which is always going to go up slow. And so FOG is the best crypto and the best currency, and it'll eventually become the only currency because people want to put their money in the best money, and FOG's the best money because it's the cleanest and the fairest. And people might start to lose faith in the monetary system, and that would kind of suck. We don't want that to happen. So we need to restore faith in the monetary system, and the only way to do that is with FOG. Because money is getting a little crazy, and people might say, well, fuck money. Then we got a whole new program. So we don't want to get to that point. So we need to restore credibility and faith in the monetary system before things get out of hand and start going sideways. And the only way to do that is with fog. So these are some of the reasons why I think you should vote for me, Charles Webster Baer, for President of the United States of America in 2028 and 2032. I'm a libertarian, I'm for less government, and I'll make it happen legally, because if these idiots in D.C. can't obey the law, they'll be fired and replaced by idiots who can obey the law. And then we'll have less government every year until we're out of debt. And then we'll be a legitimate government financially. We'll also be a legitimate government morally, because we'll be depopulationist. And we'll also be a legitimate government for all the other funky reasons, because, I'll be running the show, and, I'll be kicking it on the reel. So, I don't know who I'm going to be running against in 2028. And I don't care, because they're going to suck and I'm going to win. Hopefully. But anyway, so that's my presidential campaign. And then in 2026, I may run for mayor of Redmond, and I may run for county commissioner of Deschutes County. I haven't decided. But anyway, I'm looking at that. But I got plenty of time to decide. I got all year 2025 to decide. So, but, so that's my campaign video. I'm going to make more campaign videos. I'm going to make longer campaign videos. I'm going to make better campaign videos. This is Smith Rock State Park in Terrebonne, Oregon, USA, at sunset. That's actually Smith Rock right there. The red. This is an amazing place. This is actually called the Burma Trail right there. Where are you, Burma Trail? Right there. That's it. That's Switchback. Yeah, this is a happening spot. And I'm a happening guy. So, that's the moon. Hello, moon. So I hope you vote for me. I hope you support me. I hope you support depopulationism. If you're not a depopulationist, you've got something to think about. So that's what I have to say. And I've got a lot of videos on YouTube, so you can go check out my videos on YouTube. Just search my name, Charles Webster Baer, and you can see what my deal is on all this stuff. And that's about it for now. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Have a great 2025. And adios.